of government policies that has jeopardized our people's business. So they really need a government touch, a government that can come and touch their businesses, upgrade them from normal traders to industrialists. Let me tell you a point. We are 160 million Nigerians. Out of 160 million Nigerians, assume 100 adults, 80 uses toothpick at every meal. So if you put 80 million toothpick by 3, it's 240 million toothpick used every day, wasted every day by Nigerians. And this 240 million toothpick is all imported in a country at this particular point in time, in a country like Nigeria. Somebody needs to ask questions. Somebody needs to look into that and say, look, we need to, even if that is what one community in Anambra State can take, what does it take to produce toothpick? But can you just imagine 240 million toothpicks? And then policies. We have every day, they say the port in Lagos is congested, the port in Port Harcourt is congested. We can create our own ports. We can bring our goods into our port and give a better incentive in terms of demurrage costs. People, because of the congestion of ports in Nigeria, and they tax people so much. 5 days, you start paying demurrages, things like that. So if I can move my people's business back to Anambra State and give them 60 days demurrage, Anambra State will be richer than Akwa Ibom.
You seem to have a lot of understanding about how business is run, but you are going into this election with a lot of clout when it comes to your business. But this time around, you remember a lot of issues as regards AMCON, a lot of issue with cost shares. What is the true state of things now with your business?
Well, my business is intact. We have a management. We have someone came to analyze our business and said they are going to invest money with us. I will have a court judgment that is before the High Court in Abuja. And then if you are bringing in business and they are giving me 3 slots and putting 3 people in the board of the company, why can't I collect the money? I have money coming into Capital Oil to help us because there's a problem. There's a problem with the policies of the regulation. I don't want to dwell into that, but I can go and tell you that government policy has really affected not only Capital Oil. Capital Oil today has the capacity to supply above Nigerian consumption a day. Capital Oil today has control about 35% of entire petroleum consumption in Nigeria by way of our structures. But government policy cannot even allow us to achieve 2% of our capacity. 2%. We cannot operate beyond 2% of our capacity because of government policy. So we are all asking that we should deregulate. Maybe that is why I'm also coming into government to help and then tell Nigerians the truth that it is good for us to deregulate the sector so that people can develop strength from different parts of the sectors of the business. So Capital Oil and Gas is intact. But let me also tell you something. Capital Oil is it's just one very small compartmental of my businesses.
All right, tell us about the story of you and cost shares.
Good.
Because people want to know, someone who wants to handle the government, someone who will handle their lives, governance in Anambra State, they need to know the true state of things.
Okay. Well, it is also a story that I would not like to, because there's a confidentiality clause that bonds with that issue. But it's very, very important and very instructive to let Nigerians know that issue has been resolved. The people that took me to court has withdrawn. So when people took you to court, in England, took you to court in Nigeria, took you to everywhere and has withdrawn, I mean, you may need to ask them. If they have anything to tell you, then I can counter it.
So you really don't have anything to hide in terms of business?
Never. I'm a very transparent businessman.
Tell us about the issue of kerosene. The contract you got on kerosene.
It's not...
The contract you got on kerosene. Tell us about it.
I'm coming to that, but let me just clear the air. It is not easy for somebody that has been battered so badly to also come in Nigeria today and say that I'm going into this place. I know I have no skeleton in my cupboard. So you don't, I have had a lot of people saying things, all kind of things, and then I won't want to open up my business because it's a private business. It's not a public company, but it is very, very instructive for me to let everybody know that capital oil and gas is something that I have built for Nigerians, and nobody in this country has built it. Nobody can also build capital oil capacity in the next 5 years. If there's anyone that has built it, it should come up.
Let's tell us about the kerosene contract you got with the government.
I don't have contract with the government. I brought in vehicles, and then I am helping to distribute kerosene. I have a contract with NNPC to distribute Nigerian kerosene to the end users. And then I am having my own kerosene as well that I'm also distributing at a cheaper rate. So it wasn't a contract. I have never engaged in any contract with the government, and I have said it very well, federal, state, and local government. I'm by the grace of God, I'm made by God.
All right, let me take you to some issues as regards your... It seems you have a very smooth ride when it comes to your primaries. The other two people who actually took tickets, they didn't show up in the end. That should have been an acid test for you. Yeah. The primary should have been an acid test for you. But this time around, you almost got, you came up unopposed in that primary. So, do you think this is good for the task ahead?
But nobody will invest where he will lose. They know that there's no match with me. And you are going to see it in Anambra election as well, because people talk a lot. Talk is cheap.
You don't even come from the senatorial district, where some Anambrans are asking that the next governor of Anambra should come from the North Senatorial District.
Who told you that? Was there any referendum?
That's what
was there any summit that?
That's what some Anambrans are talking about.
The first line of people that I told you here, Anambra Zikiwe is from North. Chinua Chubokadibo is from North. Opabiasika is from North. So the current minister of aviation is from North. You don't all of them. Every North has been producing a lot of all the major Anambra politicians, and none has come from any other senatorial. In fact, we are the one that our sector, our zone is the zone that was marginalized. Because if you look at the trend of politics in Anambra State, the zone that is producing the current governor, or that produced the past governor, Chris Ngige, which, 3 years of Chris Ngige from Central, 8 years of P2B from Central. So if we give them another chance to run Anambra State, is it their father's business? They should allow other zones to produce. The issue about politics is also, let me not just say, if there's people that you can consider, you will have asked the South and the North to look at how and that is why I have taken my deputy governor from the North.
To just satisfy not
to satisfy, but because of his competency.
All right, let me just go back a bit. Do you owe Access Bank any money, and how much?
No, I don't owe Access Bank any money. Never. No contract with Access Bank. No offer letter from Access Bank, nothing.
No contact with Access Bank before now?
No contract.
So what was the issue you had with Access Bank?
There was an issue with Access Bank because a director in Access Bank or Access Bank had an issue with whatever they planned to do with capital oil. That didn't work out, and it was settled. And if there's anything I want them to open up, then I can counter.
All right. Now, just before I allow you go, tell me, you seem to have some confidence coming from within. What gives you this confidence?
The grace of God. The grace, the ultimate grace of God. One with God is majority, always. The ultimate grace of God is so sufficient in my life, and I'm a happy man.
And you think that will count for the campaigns and to convince the people of Anambra?
Nobody can come near me. I'm waiting for the debate. Make sure you call the debate. Let them come and tell Anambra State what they are looking for in government of Anambra State today. Some of them has been in where they are today. Let them tell us the indices of their performance. Why are we, everybody wants to become governor of Anambra State? I am in Anambra State to change the life of Anambra. And by the grace of God, you will go to Anambra and see what is happening there. First and foremost, you must tell Anambra your address. You must tell Anambra your antecedents. You must tell Anambra people what you have done as in your own private capacity.
Even with your political party that is just emerging from that region.
Even, so what?
Your Labour Party is just emerging from that region.
It doesn't matter. God can uplift you from whatever party you are.
You believe so much in your candidacy, isn't it?
I'm the best candidate for
What makes you the best candidate?
I have record, I have my antecedents, I have address, I have records which can be tabled. Let them come